It's Week 8 of the NFL, and this one features Josh Jacobs, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Raiders and the Lions under the lights on Monday night.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Lions now at 2-5 to start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Michael Mayer, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of the...
Oh, the ball
was that? Watson lost it. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
Here we go.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Arlene McNeil able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. They put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Off of play action, it's Watson. That pass caught, it's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Gibbs straight ahead. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibbs. And a short gain down to about the 33. You look at this Raiders defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game. And truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
3rd and 2, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they're looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now here come the Raiders. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Take it at the 37. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take it.
Touchdown! Jameson Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year. Just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, 1st down. To throw is Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Williams brings it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, it's Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
A final shot before the break. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On second down, Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Watson going to change the look here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson will find Williams on the slope. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now an audible here into something else. Back to throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Williams. They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. Watson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. On play action, now Garoppolo. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Watson changing the play. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Dancing to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Abdul is going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jacobs going to try the middle. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
21. Here we go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Now Garoppolo. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Well, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Under review. After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that will cut this lead down to 25. A 10-play drive that time. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
13.
Garoppolo again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aleem McNeil bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock.
but there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion.
That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Watson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now Watson.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
So out come the Raiders.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is taken at the 18.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And that will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Watson's going to throw it here, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Watson being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He hits Adams complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Here we go.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well.